Right now, as you are watching this video, HMRC knows more about your side hustle income than you probably realize. They know how much you made on eBay last year. They know your Airbnb earnings. They know your Etsy sales figures. They know your Uber and Deliveroo income. And if you have not declared that income, on a tax return they are already building a picture of what you owe them. This is not a scare tactic. This is the reality of side hustle tax. In the United Kingdom in 2026, stay with me because by the end of this video, you will know exactly what HMRC can see, what they are looking for, and most importantly, what you need to do right now to protect yourself. Welcome to HustleWise UK. Before we get into it, let me give you some numbers that will put this into perspective. There are currently 4.38 million self-employed people in the United Kingdom. Over 66% of UK adults now have or are planning a side hustle in 2026. And HMRC collected over £40 billion in compliance checks last year alone. The truth is, the rules around side hustle tax have completely changed, and most people doing side hustles in the UK have absolutely no idea what those changes mean for them. That is exactly what we are going to break down today, step by step in plain English. So let us start from the beginning. In January 2024, HMRC introduced something called the Digital Platform Reporting Rules. Now that might sound complicated, but here is what it actually means in simple terms. Any online platform where you make money, eBay, Etsy, Vinted, Amazon, Airbnb, Uber, Deliveroo, Fiverr, TaskRabbit, Depop, every single one of them is now legally required to collect your personal details and report your earnings directly to HMRC every single year. So if you sold £3,000 worth of clothes on Vinted last year, HMRC already has that information sitting in their system. If you drove for Uber and made £8,000, HMRC knows. If you rented your spare room on Airbnb for 6 months, HMRC knows. This is not a maybe. This is not a possibility. This is happening right now in 2026. And it is fully automatic. Screen. List of platforms appearing one by one. The platforms sharing your data with HMRC include eBay, Etsy, Vinted, Depop, Amazon, Airbnb, Uber, Deliveroo, Just Eat, Fiverr, TaskRabbit, Upwork, and many more. Basically, if you earn money on any digital platform in the UK, HMRC can see it. Now here is where it gets really interesting. HMRC does not just collect this data and leave it sitting in a filing cabinet. They use something called data matching. Equally greater, equally greater. Here is how it works. HMRC takes the figures reported by eBay. Let's say they show you earned £5,000. They then cross-reference that against your tax return or lack of one. If you did not file a tax return, or if the numbers do not match, a flag goes up. HMRC also has access to your bank account information through their legal powers. They can request transaction data from your bank if they suspect undeclared income. They look at your lifestyle on social media, expensive purchases, holidays, new cars. If your declared income does not match your lifestyle, that is another red flag. And in 2026, HMRC is using AI and machine learning to do all of this faster and more accurately than ever before. Screen. Red flag animation. The system is called one-to-many compliance. It means HMRC can send out thousands of letters at once to people whose data does not match their tax records. And Here is the scary part. If you receive one of those letters, you are already under investigation. The time to act is now before that letter ever lands on your doormat. Now, before you start panicking, let me give you some genuinely good news. HMRC does give every UK taxpayer something called the Trading Allowance. This means you can earn up to £1,000 per tax year from your side hustle, completely tax-free, without even needing to tell HMRC about it. So if you sold a few items on eBay and made £800 last year, you are fine. You do not need to do anything. But, and this is a big but, the moment your side hustle income goes above £1,000 in a single tax year, you are legally required to register for self-assessment with HMRC. Not next month. Not when you feel like it. As soon as you go over that threshold, screen £1,000. Register for self-assessment. And here is something most people get wrong. The £1,000 allowance applies to your total side hustle income, not your profit. So if you sold items worth £1,200 on Etsy, even if you only made £300 profit, you still need to register, because your total income from that side hustle crossed the £1,000 threshold. This catches so many people out every year. So what does HMRC actually want from you? As a UK side hustler in 2026, it is actually very simple. Step 1. Know your numbers. Keep a clear record of every single penny you earn from your side hustle. Every sale, every payment, every bank transfer. Step 2. Know your threshold. If you earn over £1,000 from your side hustle in a tax year, register for self-assessment. You can do this on the HMRC website. It takes about 15 minutes. Step 3. Declare your income. File your self-assessment tax return by the 31st of January deadline each year. Miss that deadline and you get an automatic £100 fine, even if you bid. Do not owe any tax. Step 4. Pay what you owe. After your allowances and expenses, pay the tax you legally owe. Not more, not less. Just what is correct. Screen. Key dates animation. The UK tax year runs from 6th April to 5th April the following year. Your self-assessment deadline is 31st January after the tax year ends. So for the 2025 to 2026 tax year, your deadline is 31st January 2027. That might feel far away right now, but trust me, it comes around fast. Now let me be very clear about what happens if you ignore all of this, because I want you to understand the real consequences, not to scare you, but because knowledge protects you. If HMRC discovers you have undeclared side hustle income, here is what can happen. First, you will owe all the unpaid tax, with interest added on top. Second, HMRC can charge penalties of up to 100% of the tax you owe. That means you could end up paying double what you originally owed. Third, in serious cases of deliberate tax evasion, HMRC can pursue criminal prosecution. Yes, people do go to prison for tax fraud in the UK. Screen. Penalty calculator visual. Let me put some real numbers on this. If you earn £10,000 from a side hustle over 3 years and never declared it, you could potentially owe the original tax approximately £2,000, interest on late payment several £100, penalties up to another £2,000. That is potentially £4,000 or more. from not understanding the rules. And HMRC can go back up to 20 years in cases where they believe income was deliberately hidden. The message is simple. It is always better to come forward and declare income correctly than to wait for HMRC to find you. So now you know what HMRC knows and what the consequences are. Let me give you the exact steps to protect yourself and stay fully compliant from this moment forward. Screen. Step 1 appears. Step 1. Start keeping proper records today. Use a free app like Wave, QuickBooks, or even a simple spreadsheet. Record every sale, every payment, every expense. Date, amount, platform, done. Screen. Step 2 appears. Step 2. Check if you need to register for self-assessment right now. Go to the HMRC website they have. A simple checker tool. It takes 2 minutes. The link is in the description below. Screen. Step 3 appears. Step 3. Understand your allowances. The £1,000 trading allowance. The £1,000 property allowance. If you rent out a room or property. The marriage allowance, if it applies to you. These are all legal ways to reduce what you owe, and most people miss them. Screen. Step 4 appears. Step 4. Claim your legitimate expenses. If you run a side hustle, you can deduct genuine business expenses from your income before calculating your tax bill. Things like business mileage, equipment you bought for the hustle, a portion of your phone bill, subscriptions and software you use for your business. These deductions can significantly reduce what you actually owe. HMRC. Screen. Step 5 appears. Step 5. File on time. Every time. Set a reminder right now for 31st January every year. That is your self-assessment deadline. Miss it and you pay £100 automatically. No exceptions. Right, let us bring this all together. Here is exactly what we covered today. Number 1. HMRC now receives your earnings data automatically from eBay, Etsy, Vinted, Airbnb, Uber, Deliveroo, and dozens of other platforms. There is nowhere to hide. Number 2. You can earn up to £1,000 per year from a side hustle tax-free. Go over that register for self-assessment. Number 3. HMRC uses data matching, bank data, and AI to identify people who have not declared their income. The system is getting smarter every year. Number 4. Penalties for undeclared income can double your tax bill, and in extreme cases lead to prosecution. Number 5. There are completely legal ways to reduce your tax bill through allowances, expenses, and smart planning. The bottom line is this. The rules are clear. HMRC is watching. But if you understand how the system works, and you play by the rules, there is absolutely nothing to worry about. That is what HustleWise UK is here for, to make sure you always know exactly where you stand with HMRC. If this video helped you, please hit the like button right now. It genuinely helps more UK side hustlers find this channel and get the information they need. Subscribe to HustleWise UK and hit the notification bell so you never miss our weekly videos on UK side hustle tax, HMRC guides, and smart money tips. And in the description below, I have linked the HMRC self-assessment checker, the HMRC registration page, and our free guide, 5 things HMRC wants every UK side hustler to know in 2026. In our next video, we are breaking down the £1,000 trading allowance and whether you are using it correctly. You do not want to miss that one. Until then, work smart, pay less tax, and keep more of what you earn. I will see you in the next one.